Yeah, a wise guy, eh?
Wise guy!
W.
Semen.
So that's me. Cars always just been more than a car to me.
Where'd that come
makes sense.
from? Like, what was the influence behind that?
I don't know. I just always like cars. Maybe movies. You know what I mean? I've always liked watching movies.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really know, man. I've always loved cars.
Yeah.
Always.
What's your all-time favorite?
Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Lamborghini. You know what I'm saying? Lambo. And
Is
you
there
know
a
what?
certain one that you
Aventador.
like? Yeah.
Aventador. That's my bitch. I'm gonna get that motherfucker.
You ever driven one?
Yeah, nope, but I'm going to.
Okay.
I just drove a Lamborghini Huracan, and that was a dream come true too. You know what I'm saying? But the Aventador, that's something I want to do. Like, I did a review on it. Like, I could have drove it. It was my guys up at Pristine Detail.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I was just too scared to drive the shit though. You know what I'm saying? At that time,
Pristine's dope. We use
We
use Pristine. They're dope.
Yeah, they cold, man. That's my guy up there. You know what I mean? And they show massive love. You know, but they had a Aventador there, and I was just like, man, and you just never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I wasn't fucking with it. You know what I mean? At that time, I didn't know how the fuck I was going to afford my Hellcat like that. You know what I'm saying? Let alone I fucking this Lambo, I take it out and the bumper just scrape off or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm in, nah, man. You know what I mean? But it was massive love up there, and he was going to holler at the dude again to let me do the review. I'm actually about to do a Viper ACR.
Vipers
I
are
saw
dope.
that.
I'm doing
So
that
the ACR
next
is
week.
fucking
That blue and black one, you
nasty.
seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing that next week. So it's like, yeah, I'm about to go crazy in that bitch.
And the ACR is crazy.
What's the fastest you've ever gone in a car?
165, 160, no, 160, I think.
God
You know what I mean,
damn.
that was in my Hellcat, and that was effortless. You know what I mean? I had to stop.
Right.
That shit was too crazy.
Scary?
Scary than a motherfucker. I ain't
Making-
gonna lie.
not
But it's
making-
not scary enough to where it make you stop, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, because it's so fucking calm at that speed. You
Right.
feel like you're doing fucking 80, 90.
Right.
You know, at 160, that's some shit where you just gotta have a conscience and tell yourself to fucking relax. You know what I'm saying? So
It's hard, man. When you're shifting, like I had the Z28 Camaro, the big 7-liter.
Yeah.
And I was going about $143, and once I got done after I was shifting, my fucking shit was just shaking. I'm like, ooh, go back, do it again. Man,
it's insane.
Yeah, dude.
It's the thing though. I think what helped me set me up for my Hellcat to be used to it. It was my motorcycle. You know what I mean? Because motorcycles go so fast. Anybody who had a motorcycle, like, you know, Joe, it's like it's different. You know what I mean? Like, you go so fast in them shits, and it feel like nothing. You know, so it's like I think just being a good motorcycle driver, you know, it makes you a phenomenal car driver. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're driving a motorcycle, you're looking at every little movement of cars, the blinkers, their wheels,
Right.
every
How they're
little.
looking in the mirrors.
Yep, everything.
Yeah.
You're looking at everything. You know what I mean? So you get in a car, it's just fucking the most easy because you got seatbelts, you got airbags. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. You know, that's a huge, like, people are so distracted driving. Like, it ain't just their phones and shit. Like, they're distracted in so many different ways.
Yep.
Because people get bored in cars and comfortable in cars. Or on a motorcycle,
it's all about the ride.
you know that your life is in your hands right now.
Yep.
So you need to make sure that you're watching every little bit, especially like dawn, dusk time when it's hard to see. You're watching deer left and right. You're just the
Yep.
whole time scanning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nonstop.
makes
It
you
never
better.
ends.
Definitely makes you better a car driver. For
I
sure.
agree.
I've been seeing it happen lately. It's happening more and more where you can see now people when they're driving,
Yep.
it's becoming secondary.
Yep.
Like, yeah,
It
I'm
is.
driving,
But it's not.
but it's just the second thing I'm doing.
Yep.
I'm also doing this. Like,
Yep.
It's crazy. Like,
It
you
is.
I literally see people driving, and it just be like this.
Did you see a new Cadillac
It's not
ship
even-
where
not
they
even-
driving and the girl putting on the makeup?
The
See
new
it?
Cadillac, Super Cruise.
Shout out to
shit's-
Erica Scroll. It's a girl. She has a YouTube channel, right?
Okay.
Her dad named John Scroll, a real cool subscriber of mine. I met him out in Philly. His daughter has a white Challenger Hellcat YouTube channel. Erica Scroll. She has what was it? She do like some modeling shit for different cars, but she worked at the Maserati dealership out in Cali, right? But she did a commercial with the Cadillac car, and it was like self-driving and lane assist and all the shit that helps you drive.
It's that new Super Cruise.
Yeah, and is that
We're
the
about-
one?
we're-
Come on, see, look, you
we're
got one of
about-
those?
We're about to.
You know I'm about to get that. I'm gonna do a
We
review on
already
that
know,
bitch.
we
You already
already
know. Yeah.
already been talking
Yeah,
about
come
this.
on. But it was driving, and then in the commercial, she's the actor in there. She's putting on makeup, got the visor down. The motherfucker's driving. Visor down, doing her makeup, fixing her hair, in a fucking car. I said, what the fuck?
And that's the advertisement? They're advertising that
That's
you
the
can do this shit
advertisement.
now?
Shit's about to come out.
That's
bro.
the advertisement.
Literally.
I said,
Man.
what?
It's about to hit the floor like. super.
Yeah. If I had my phone over there, I'll show y'all when we done, man. But it was crazy.
What do you think about that? Like, what's
I
your
don't
take
fuck
on
with
that?
it.
No.
You know what I mean? I don't fuck with it.
Not at
I
all.
like driving.
Yes.
Me, I'm just a driving person. I love driving.
Oh,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
going to be a problem.
From my understanding, is it's only in control if you want it to be in control.
Yeah.
The second you touch it or the second you want to avoid it, it'll disengage like that.
See, who the fuck wants to put that much trust into a car?
Into a computer.
What?
All these cars
I can fall asleep on a road trip and just let this motherfucker drive. Man, fuck out of here.
It ain't gonna be
Nah.
like that. It ain't like that.
Eventually, that's what's going
Not
to become,
yet.
though.
I promise
Eventually,
you.
that's what's going to become.
Eventually, yes.
And I'm not fucking with
That's
that.
why it's
They
funny
have
because
that technology. I guarantee it.
no,
It
they do.
exists.
They've been doing this, but there's too many accidents.
For sure.
Yeah.
See, they've been coming out with this. They call it
Mercedes
Super Cruise
self-drive car,
because
I
it's
seen that
not
shit.
self-driving.
Yeah.
It's not going to be completely self-driving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like there are features where it like assist or however they haven't told me how to say it yet because there's specific ways you got to say this because of liability. You know what I'm saying? And but smart car or not smart car, Google, Tesla, Mercedes, Cadillac. Those have been the main contenders for having a completely
Self-driving car.
self-driving
Yep,
car.
facts. Mercedes was like one of the first big ones, right?
Yep.
Oh, aside
for
from
sure.
Tesla, obviously.
They've been on this technology for a while.
Yeah.
But everybody's been having some kind of accidents where they can't release this stuff. And who is liable for it? Is it the car's fault or is
Right.
it still your fault? Or
Well, yeah.
what happens with the insurance company? There's so many different things that are like in lieu of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because
People are gonna get shot over that shit.
I'm not feeling that shit.
You're gonna see somebody riding down the highway, not looking at.
I didn't do it.
Like over here, looking
Thanks.
this way, no hands on the wheel, and someone pissed off is gonna be like, "What the?" And just start firing shots. It's gonna happen.
No,
Might
facts.
be. It might be me.
But they'll be walking out of the dealership and it's a super common line. Like, I got to go talk to my wife is a common line. This is like, oh, pretty soon they're going to drive themselves. Like, oh, yeah, shit's already happening.
Yeah, facts.
Straight up. They got that lane keep assist. You can just
Yep.
let go and that shit will go.
Stay in the lane.
Cruise control will slow it down already. It's already kind of done it.
See, I don't feel none of that shit though. I really don't. I get it though, but this is the part where I do agree with that for like semi drivers and shit, like because they be falling asleep at the wheel and killing people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That for something like that, like man, that's a tough one because would I rather have somebody fall asleep at the wheel and kill somebody or themselves,
Yeah.
or would I rather have them have some self driving technology?
You know what scares me the most about it
What's that?
is the artificial intelligence.
Oh yeah, like that. What's that Will Smith movie?
iRobot.
iRobot. That's
Look.
just,
Yeah, right,
Look,
right,
yeah, that's
right,
my
right,
robot
right,
shit.
right,
Elon
right.
Musk, the founder of Tesla, he came out and said, like, you guys are worried about war, you guys are worried about North Korea, worry about AI.
Yeah.
That's what's going to end. That's what's going to end our species. You heard a couple of months ago, the Facebook artificial intelligence
Yeah.
formed its own language, and they had
What?
to shut that bitch down.
You're wolfing.
Straight up, I'm no bullshit.
What?
Google it.
That's crazy.
Elon Musk had like a press conference about it. They had to shut it down because it formed its own language that we couldn't understand.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So
That's
he had a
insane.
press conference about it, like, yo, watch out for this. I'm scared that them cars are gonna get so fucking smart.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're gonna do shit like that, form their own language, and all of
Yeah.
a sudden, it's Transformers in this bitch.
Yeah.
Except it's not a movie.
That'd be kind of dope, though.
No, that'd be kind of dope, but kind of.
And I say that like it's it
I'd be
sounds
cool with
funny.
them. Be like, want some gas?
Yeah.
I got some premium.
Look, that shit sounds
up.
sounds funny,
go.
but when Elon Musk says some shit,
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Gotta pay attention.
I
That's a
am
technology
listening.
type dude. Yeah.
Exactly. I am
Somebody
listening.
who's a part of that shit.
Yeah.
It's that's hard, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. A car that man, I just ain't with no car to drive a damn self. I like to drive.
Yeah.
I'm a road tripping dude. I like driving all around the country and shit. Like I just like the drive.
Yeah.
The driving is like it's like serenity to me. You know what I mean? Like to just be on the road. Even driving over here, like 3 of them on the way over here was like, bro, that motherfucker drive farther than the motherfucker got me all in the woods. I had to bring my strap, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like just in case. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker roll up over here and shoot their fucking head off. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you know, I don't mind the drive. I'm like, cause you know, I'm here. I roll down the windows, it's stars, it's nighttime. You know what I mean? And shit, it gives me time to think to myself. It always has.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember being a kid and my mom doing road trips when we used to live in Memphis and Mississippi. It was a 15, 16-hour drive. We used to go there all the time. Come back up to Minnesota, stuff like that. And long story short, when I got older, I remember I was locked up, man. And this is why I really learned how to live life is when I was in a cell. And I thought I did some living before, you know, just, you know, fucking with a few hoes, you know, doing a few things around the city, you know, that was living.
Yep.
Once I got locked up, man, I would watch the Travel Channel all the time. Travel Channel, Car Channel, you know what I mean, all the time. and I would see like how much people really would live on that travel channel. People would fucking traveling to fucking Southeast Asia, fucking Thailand. You know, and they really experience this shit.
When they're buying houses in these places, like their
What?
second homes and shit like that.
Come on, man. I'm looking at this shit like, and then the food channel. I always watch the food channel, so I was that bitch starving. Food channel, the travel channel, and the car channel. Those are the main 3 things I watched in there. And I used to always be like, man, when I get out, I would write. I had like this little notebook in my cell. And to this day, I still do this shit. It was a notebook. And every time I seen somewhere on the food channel, the travel channel, that I wanted to go, you know what I mean, or experience, I'll write that shit down. You know what I mean? The location, the name of the place, and everything. And on the food channel, there was 101 tastiest chow down places on the food channel. And they were all in around America, right? And so in every state that I liked, I would write down the city, the state, and the name of the food place. And every time I go somewhere new and travel somewhere else, I always go to all the time. And then on the traveling place, I'll be like, man, I like to experience shit. Like I was just literally in
I might need to borrow
Jersey.
that book, bro.
Man, I'm telling you, man, I'll be living by that book, man. It's insane. I was in.
You should make a book out of it.
That's crazy, right?
Sell that shit.
That's crazy. Yeah, people say that shit. You know what I'm
We
saying?
might want to cut that shit out for you right there.
That's his book. What are they gonna do? Come steal it?
Yeah, no shit.
You're good.
Yeah, it's
there.
3 of them will be there.
Yeah, facts. It was Draco. No, but I went to. We were just in Jersey, and I went to this place called Sam's. And diners, drive-ins, and that was his show.
Yeah.
Yep, that one.
Dives,
He used to go there, and I
dives.
used to see him like I used to be in my cell, starving like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And he'd be eating all these succulent foods and shit, and I'd be like, ooh, I'll be stomach touching my back. I'm like, boy, when I get out, I'm gonna go to that place. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I'd make like a noodle. I put like, cause in the joint you got like a little hot pot. You know what I'm saying? And my hot pot was broken. So, you know, I'm watching the food channel and I just stuck my noodle in the bowl and just let it puffed up. It's the nastiest shit ever, right? But, you know, I'm eating this shit and I'm watching dine-ins, drive-ins and shit. And I'm just smashing out because I'm just imagining it was that food. And so that people don't understand, like, that's the shit I used to do. You know what I'm saying?
How long were you in for?
4 years.
Jeez.
They gave me 6 years, I did 4. You know what I'm saying? And I used to watch shit like that, though. And I'd be like, man, when I get out, I'm going to go to this fucking place. You know what I mean? I had no fucking clue I'd actually go. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just a dream. You know what I'm saying? Just a vision and a dream. You know what I mean?
Manifested that shit, though.
Yep. Yeah, that's all it was. It's just obsessed over the shit. Type barbecue, right? The shit fall off the bone type shit.
Is that Austin?
Yep.
I've been there.
Yep. Facts.
I've been there.
Texas.
Yep. See what I'm saying?
Salt Lake.
Like, see?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, I watched that shit when I was in the joint.
Yeah.
I'm watching shit that they got the little pit thing in the middle.
Yep.
And I was in the joint watching that shit.
Yep.
They had they call it little candy pieces with little burnt ends. That's my favorite shit about some meat. So little burnt pieces.
Yeah.
So I'm watching that shit in the joint. I'm in that bitch like, ooh, that shit look good. And then we went to Texas. That shit was like 3 hours out of the way because we were in Houston. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I'm like, I don't give a fuck, baby. And there was also a place called Round Rock Donuts. You know what I'm saying? They make like a big ass circle donut.
Yep.
And I seen that joint. I love donuts. Like, baby, fuck that. I don't give a fuck. It's way out the way. It's 3 hours out the way, but I don't give a fuck. We gonna drive all the way up there just to get a fucking donut. She said, we gonna drive all the way up there just for a donut? Fucking right. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to knock it off my
3
bucket
hours
list.
ain't shit. That ain't nothing.
Not
man.
for me.
No,
You know what I'm saying? And
that ain't
not
nothing.
for fulfilling something off your bucket list.
Yeah.
Especially when
Absolutely.
you're already on the other side. Like it's only
Come
3
on.
hours
Yep,
away.
fuck
dude.
that.
It's
We
fucking
live in Maine,
shit.
Minnesota. This is nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
fly.
but that's what I did. And the Challenger, I remember the first time I fell in love with the Challenger, dog. No lie. I was in my cell. I was in Stillwater. Stillwater's a maximum facility here in Minnesota.
Yep.
And I'm in my cell and I was watching Sucker Free Sunday. And it come on 11 o'clock. I still don't forget the damn times. You know what I mean? I don't know if Sucker Free Sunday still play, but it came on 11 o'clock.
It's still on MTV too.
Every Sunday, yep. So next thing you know, I'm watching this shit, and then the fucking Black and Yellow song came out. Wiz Khalifa,
Yep.
Black and Yellow,
I
Black
hate
and
that
Yellow.
fucking song.
I seen that car. I was like, yo, I got to get that
Yeah.
fucking car. You know what I'm saying? Now, you got to understand, I'm in the joint. I ain't got shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't get out for another 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, when I get out, I'm getting that fucking car. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get it?
I got the Hellcat.
Hellcat.
You know what
That's
I'm
like
saying?
the ultimate
Yeah.
fucking.
The
That's
ultimate
not even,
shit.
that
Yeah.
probably wasn't even in the video at
It
all.
wasn't. There was an SRT8.
Yep.
But by the time I could get it, I said, I want the top of the
Okay,
move.
it wasn't even out then.
Yep, it wasn't. It was just the SRT8.
Yeah.
And that's when he had in that video. He out there burning rubber and shit. I get dumb. I said, ooh. And I told myself on that day, I wrote down the Black and Yellow song in my little notebook. Black and Yellow, Wiz Khalifa.
Just
I'm
to
going to
remind
download that
you.
when I come out.
Yep.
Right? To this day, I still don't listen to really new music.
Yeah.
The only way I listen to newer music is if like three my brother or some of my friends like, yo, bro, you got to hear this.
Stan.
So if somebody brings it to me and says,
Does he
you gotta,
still rap?
Yeah, Stan got some shit.
He's
Still
got
on?
heat.
He got heat.
He's got some shit.
Yeah.
I'm just giving
But-
him shit.
dope.
We should go YouTube live on your phone or whatever.
Oh, good, huh?
I'll film it with your phone for you.
Okay, bet. We can do
Yeah.
that. But
Shit, I'm with it.
Take a pause for a second and do that.
no, hold on, let me finish that.
finish.
So one thing I was like, man, yo, I want to get that joint, right? So by the time I came home, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, like I couldn't afford the base model SXT, right? I went in trying to get a SXT Challenger, came out with a damn Honda Accord, you know what I mean? And I imagine
That's a good car though.
Yeah, it is a great fucking car, you know what I'm saying? But it wasn't the car I wanted, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, man. But I was like, I understood the process. Like there was a process to this shit, you know what I mean? I couldn't just go from A to Z. Yeah. I had to go from A to B and then C to D, you know what I mean? And I had to work my way up to Z, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't just boom to boom. So I was like, man, fuck it. And then I got it and then I worked on that shit for years and then just building my credit and shit. And then by the time then, I was able to get the Hellcat, you know what I mean? But people don't understand, like, this shit started, it was just a vision and a fucking dream. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even the basketball shit. Yep. I wasn't no fucking basketball player. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know the first thing about playing no fucking basketball. Yep. Then I come home and just pick the shit up because I didn't want to go back to the slammer. You know what I mean? So it's like all that shit started with just a vision and a dream. And then that shit just kind of, like you said, just kind of manifests into something. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to let that shit marinate. Eventually,
that's wild, though, that...
You actually got pretty good in basketball, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I got real good. Yep.
Where'd you end up playing?
Central Connecticut. Fuck that school. But yeah, I went there. You know what I'm saying? Bitch ass motherfuckers there. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with none of them. You know what I mean? It's just my niggas that I met there. But yeah, fuck the school. You know, but yeah, I did. I ended up getting real good. I fuck anybody up. You know what I'm saying? To this day.
Is that D2?
That's D1.
Is it D1?
Yep.
Central Connecticut?
Yep.
No shit. I didn't know that.
And then NEC, they play against like Robert Morris, LIU.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
You got
Robert
a lot
Morris
of close
played
homies that
Duke
play good ball too. The homie that was looking at that Corvette that day too. He plays pro ball too.
Day.
Yep.
So you play ball, but you ain't
PJ.
really, you ain't really like it though.
For a
little,
I didn't like the politics of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I'm not really good at being fake and shit. So if I don't fuck with somebody, or I don't like something, I just say it.
Right.
And that's one thing that's really frowned upon in basketball. You know what I'm saying? My talents took me places
like
that my character
that
couldn't really keep me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like I didn't know how to do that shit. I didn't know how to say like I'm better than this nigga. Why the fuck ain't I playing over him? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm killing him every fucking day. What seemed to be the problem? I wasn't thinking about he's a senior and I'm a junior.
Right.
I'm just like, this dude's weak.
Well, you
know
shouldn't though. You shouldn't.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't have to.
And that's how it shouldn't be. But nonetheless, that's the way it goes with basketball. You know what I mean? And I didn't know how to play that part because obviously I wasn't raised in that shit. So I didn't know how to. Like I said, my talents took me places my character couldn't keep me because my character is who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you weren't meant to be there.
No.
It seems like you're where you're meant to be right now.
Absolutely.
Just from
God brought me there just for a stepping stone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I do something, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give it everything I got. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did with basketball. You know, I did that shit with Robin. I did that shit with selling weed. I did that shit with everything I've done. I've always had that kind of mentality to just go to the top of the mook with everything. Yeah. But by the time I picked up basketball, I was like, if I'm gonna do this shit, my only goal is to go D1 though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. My goal is never to go overseas or go to the NBA. Never. You
just
know what I mean?
D1.
Just D1, because I'm like, you know what I mean? That means I made it to the top. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't thinking about professional or nothing. So I did achieve that, and can't nobody take that from me, but it didn't necessarily go the way I wanted it to. And once I went D1, I'm like, well, shit, I'm gonna go to the league now. Shit, fuck it. You know, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I'm cold. You know what I mean? Yeah. And but that didn't go the way obviously I wanted to because the basketball didn't. Then once the basketball didn't, then I come home and I blow out my knee. It was like, oh shit, all right. But then I was still about to go back overseas because I'm just like, I just got that kind of drive. You know what I mean? But then this YouTube shit started, and I was just like, and I never, ever, even though I spend 8-10 hours straight watching YouTube, no lie. 8-10 hours straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I'm gonna go to sleep. And then one other fucking video
it's
pop
like my
up.
kids.
Fuck
that
it out.
Shit fucks me up at times.
That's what I'm saying. So that's the kind of person I was. A consumer of YouTube. I was a real life, and I think that's why I can relate so much with my subscribers because I was a subscriber long before I was ever fucking had a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I think that kind of shows on my videos too. But I would watch this shit 8-10 hours straight, you know, and then I never ever thought to myself like I'm gonna be a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Ever. You know what I'm saying? And I was never a person who would be on front of camera. 3 of them, he's always been the way he was, right? And he was my guy even when I was in college. And I remember, like he just had the personality. I used to sit back, no lie to y'all. Like how y'all look at him, he's hilarious. I looked at him like how y'all look at me. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that nigga funny dude. Yeah, he gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really how I looked at him. It wasn't like, oh man, I'm gonna do it and we gonna do this together. It was just like I used to tell him like, bro, you gonna blow up. All you need is the right person to have you out there and so the world can see you. You know what I'm saying? Never in my life did I think we'd be collabing. You know what I'm saying?
He probably doesn't know this, but like he was a huge when he came out here, he was huge inspiration for sure for me. I think for all of us. Yeah. And now you're here, and it's just you're sprinkling more on top of it. Like
Yeah.
Appreciate
major inspiration. Like my whole thought process changed after meeting him.
Yeah.
Like I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Like,
Yeah.
we got to be doing something different, something better.
Yep.
We can be better.
Facts.
So yeah,
And that's what happened with me and him. I was just like, I remember I came home one day and I told him, I thought like this is after I graduated. I was home and I was doing rehab on my knee to get back overseas and whatever, you know what I mean? And then I got my Hellcat and everything. And then I was like, bro, I'm thinking about doing this YouTube shit, you know what I mean? And bro, it's weird being in front of, he's in front of camera all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew this is the person I could talk to about this shit. I said, bro, shit a little weird. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking quiet and shit. Hey, bro, shit a little weird, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel right in front of the camera. I feel kind of dumb. I feel like I'm talking to nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then he was like, no, bro, you just got to get used to that shit. I'm like, man, I don't know, bro. He's like, you just got to say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? He's like, because he told me, he was like, I felt that way when I first started doing rap videos. You know what I mean? Like, when you doing a video, you out there just like this. Ain't shit happening. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, you look at the part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's kind of a valid point, you know what I mean? But he was the only person I actually talked to about that shit. Then the next day I was just like, fuck it. I hit the fuck it button, and it just turned into what it was. But I've never been a camera person ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? I never like really taking pictures. Never really like, being in videos. Never was like, point that bitch on me. Here we go. Let's light it up.
Right.
Never. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, that was different to me too. So to go from a 7-time felon, you know what I'm saying, drop out of high school in 9th grade, you know what I'm saying? Then got my GED in prison in 2009. Then got out in 2011. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a basketball player. Then now my knee blew out. Now I'm gonna be a fucking YouTuber. So you gotta think about the fucking transitions in that timeline. You know what I'm saying? How the fuck do you go from a dropout to just being in college? That's in itself is a success.
Right.
Even if you
Right.
graduate or fucking don't.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So to go from that to college to fucking a Division I basketball player, then we're talking about astronomical statistical impossibilities. You know what I'm saying?
Prison in between
What?
there too.
Come on, then next you know, so from a basketball player to blowing my fucking knee out to becoming a YouTuber, that's a whole nother atmosphere in itself. You know what I'm saying?
You're an anomaly.
It's fucking crazy. And that's why I be telling people like, what was it? I think it was my brother. Somebody told me, it was like, man, you got like a gift, like maybe it was my mom. You got a gift like when something bad happens to me, I turn it into great. Now I ain't gonna lie to you, I do have that gift. Like when somebody says fuck me, like I'm like, oh no, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Because watch this. You know what I'm saying? I do have that now. That drive, I hold on to shit like that, then I just propel. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But God, I'm telling you, there's no way this shit could happen. People be like, man, I don't go to church every Sunday. I ain't been to church since I was maybe like fucking 6, 7 years old. I can't remember stepping in the damn church. But I believe in God heavily. You know what I'm saying? I used to pray every night when I was in the joint, man. I just wanted to find a way to not go back there. You know what I'm saying? How to stay out from my family. I pray to God nobody died. None of my family was when I was in there. None of my family. You know what I mean? Like, and all that shit came true. So it's like I just stick to a winning formula. I pray every night. You know what I'm saying? And it's like this shit just happened. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, y'all can't tell me. Fucking 2 years ago, somebody would have told me I'd been on the Wisemen show, sitting here talking about with a fucking microphone in front of my face. You know what I'm saying? Just sitting there talking about my success. You know what I'm saying? Like that's fucking insane. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. I'm glad we could give you the platform for this because
It's,
No, I
it's
appreciate
cool.
it.
It's cool too that you can take the bad and put it into the good, because a lot of people will sit there and dwell on that shit
Yep.
forever and forever.
Facts.
And the only shit that comes after that is nothing but shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We are just kind of talking about this earlier
Yep.
too. It's like when you started thinking good, you're like, okay, I can do this, and all of a
Yep.
sudden you got rewarded with some good, and I'm gonna keep doing this, and all of a sudden more good starts happening. It's like that positive energy starts to track. It took a
Facts.
minute before I realized that shit too. You too. I mean,
Some people just marinate in the bullshit.
Yeah.
right?
They do.
Yeah. I mean, I think most people at some point do marinate in the bullshit. It's just some people get out of that shit quicker than others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even when I was in prison, I never was a person who just, I never was like, oh, I'm fucking in here. Just, you know what I mean? I was just like, fuck it, I'm in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I call home, be laughing, joking. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's fucking, what else can I do? I stop smiling, I'm going to fucking go crazy in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? I got to fucking smile. I got to joke. You know what I'm saying? I got to do
100%.
something. Cause this shit, now don't get me wrong. There were some times where I was obviously majority of the time I was smiling and laughing over, you know what I'm saying, tears. You know what I'm saying, but on the inside, you know what I mean. But it was like that's what you got to do. You got to find some shit, some coping mechanisms. You know what I'm saying. You got to do it. You know what I mean.
Yep.
Cause it's easy to sit there and say, oh man, like, and that's what I just did. I was just like, man, so I learned that prison taught me a lot. You know what I mean, a whole lot, because when shit's going bad, you know what I mean. You gotta still thank God even for the bad shit. You know what I mean, because you gotta have a kind of like imaginative like fucking mindset, because when everything's all bad, there's nothing that's going to point to shit's going to get better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you just got to have that kind of mindset that it's going to. I don't know how it is, but something going to give. It ain't going to be me.
Whatever it is, it's not forever.
It's not forever.
If you don't want it to be.
But that shit's hard to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When shit's all bad, that's just absolutely hard to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta be unrealistic damn near to the point where it's like something's gonna pop, even though nothing points to that it will.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to do. So after making it through prison, everything else is kind of just fucking easy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Everything else is pretty much easy. You know what I mean? Because it's hard, man. And like I say, I tell people all the time, is the hardest part about being in prison was never like sitting in a cell. It was like it was being away from your family for that long amount of time. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the fights. You know, the fights, that shit, I grew up in that shit. That shit's all easy. It's the being away from your family forever. It's your family coming into the visiting room. You got to watch them fucking leave. You know, you stay. You know what I'm saying? That's the hard part about it.
You realize this shit ain't a joke.
This shit's not a game. You know what I'm saying?
You can't just say, all right, now time to go home.
Yep.
Like, this shit, like, I'm fucking stuck.
Absolutely. And I got friends in there that's doing life that's never coming home. You know what I'm saying? Friends I grew up with, same block, used to rob people with, all that. I got friends that's never coming home.
Could have been you.
Could have easily been me.
Yep.
I got friends that died doing the shit I was doing too. You know what I'm saying? So it's different, man. It's different. So it didn't. Like I told 3. One thing I realized when I got to prison is how much I wasn't fully indulged in that life. You know what I'm saying? Because you get in there and you got to think there's levels to everything, right? There's some rappers who are mainstream, right? There's some rappers who are kind of mid-mainstream. You got some that are just underground. And you got some, everyone has something different that brings something to the game that makes them more and more and more bigger, right? Same thing in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got some
felons.
people. Yeah,
you got crazy ass
what?
felons.
You got some people that's like me that's all the way with the fighting shit.
Yeah.
Right? Then you got some people who went all the way with the fighting shit and also all the way with the killing you shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Kill your ass, smoke you, won't think twice about the shit. You know what I'm saying? And then sit there and joke about the shit forever.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, once I got in there, I realized how much I wasn't willing to commit that far. You know what I'm saying? So as much
there are people in there that are perfectly comfortable in there.
Absolutely.
This is not a problem for me.
It's not at all.
Yeah.
There's some people in there that treat that shit like they had the crib chilling.
Yep.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yep.
It's insane. You know what I'm saying? How many people are just in there just comfortable? And they getting up, shooting the shit, playing around like this shit is like
This is home.
This is home.
I'm home.
What?
And you're in there for 4 years. You're a visitor.
It's insane.
You are visiting.
Yeah, and
They're
there's some
home.
of my friends in there who's doing life. It's like even them, they're so much in denial that they feel like, this next appeal might do it for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And they have to though.
Yeah,
I got to imagine that's all you got. That's it.
That's it. But that's what I'm talking. That's the mindset I'm talking about. You got to be so unrealistic that something's gonna pop. You know what I'm saying? Because to sit there and say I'm stuck here forever, that will how you kill your fucking self. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing popping there.
Yep.
Nothing.
I couldn't even imagine that feeling.
No.
I was talking to my little guy E. You know what I mean? He's 10 years old today. He's 10 years old. I mean, and he was on.
Who's your son? Mm-hmm. He's 10 today.
Yep.
Oh,
no, he's not 10 today. June 27th. I don't know why I said today, but today I was talking to him.
Okay.
And he was like, he was sitting there saying, why would you get locked up? It's just a random thought. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I told him. You know what I mean? And he was sitting there talking about like.
This the first time you told him?
Yeah. No, he knew, but this is the first time he actually really asked me in depth about details and shit. I'm never sugarcoating from the world. We talk about bitches. We talk about everything together.
Oh, yeah.
You know
I got a 10-year-old too. I know.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the whole world, and so I'm gonna educate you to make you the best decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But he asked me like, what was it like in there, like the people. And I said, well, champ, think about it like this, man. Think about everybody who you don't like. Think about the bullies that you see in school. Mm-hmm. Think about the people who are killers. Think about the people who are rapists. Think about all that shit and all the people you never want to be around in life, and put them in one spot, and you cannot avoid nothing. Mm-hmm. Put them all in one spot, and you're in there with them. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And there's no avoiding them. No matter what you get into it with, you're going to see them tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. Yep. And even though there's police, they can't save you from shit. You know what I'm saying?
And they won't.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, imagine being in there and stuck in that one spot. You know what I'm saying? It's real life gladiator school. You know what I'm saying? There's no games being played with it. This shit ain't San Quentin, but it's still prison nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? So it's like numbers rule all. Right. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? So I was telling him that's how I broke it down for him and told him, and that's really what prison is. So you got to think about when all them variables going on, right? Trying to keep a positive mindset, let alone smile, let alone joke, let alone call your family and not bring your problems to the free world that they got going on out here. You know what I'm saying? What? This shit is absolutely hard. You know what I mean? So you got to think, once I go to play basketball and all that shit, that's why everything else was so much fucking easier. Because all I got to do is just physically work. Yeah. I ain't got to worry about, I ain't got to worry about getting stabbed. I ain't got to worry about this dude over here. These are basketball players.
Right.
And the one thing I realized when I came home was they all like basketball players are the toughest, not with the shit type people I met besides football players and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all absolutely not with the shit. And I had to learn that the hard way when I came home by beating up a few motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? But they talk
Just
to
watch
partner.
one NBA game and you
That's
can
it.
see that.
That's it. But see,
None of
thing
those
is,
dudes
I
really
never
wanna
watched
fight.
NBA games my whole life. You know what I'm saying? So it was like being in that. I'm like, and then coming out here. Oh, this is just easy. Y'all just talkers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I could do this. This is easy. This motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So and then I just learned that way of life, and then everything else, man. That YouTube shit's, and then you go from that to this, and then it's just.
So you just
I think that's why I can correspond with people so well, though.
So you just went on tour with this shit.
I did.
You drove around how many cities? How many cities,
Like
states?
6, 7 different cities.
Wow.
I went. So we dropped our dog off in Jersey, right? At first, we were gonna just fly him down because the people who paid like $4,000 for the shit, right? So they would just crate your dog up, put him in the kennel, and then fly him out, right? But I'm like, fuck it, let's make a road trip out of this shit because then now. I can use that to meet my subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I can just stop in every city along the way. And we had to plan it out and all that. You know what I mean? But we stopped in Chicago, Indianapolis, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, then Pittsburgh, then Philly, then Jersey and New York. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, and then I just set up a time there where I was there for a couple hours every time, chopping up my subscribers, selling the merch, the shirts, and all that. You know what I mean? So it was cool. And now we're doing it again. Me and 3, November 1st to November 7th. You know, we're going to Boston. He's picking up a bully. And so we're going from Minnesota again. So we're stopping, and this time we're stopping in Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, man, a few other cities too. I forget all the list. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're doing it again. Then after that, I'm doing it again. I'm going like November. So when I get back on the 7th, I'm leaving again the next day on the 8th to go back to Jersey to pick up our dog.
That's got to be wild though.
Yeah.
Like going city to city and
then I get love in all the spots.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
How many people show up? Like on average?
I think one place had like 10, 11 people show up on one, and then the rest was like 4, 5, 6. You know what I mean? All the other spots.
That's still dope.
That's what I'm saying. But still, it's like but then that was poorly planned too.
I was
So
gonna say,
think this
imagine
time-
if you planned it out.
Yeah, this time, and I only give them 2 weeks notice. You know what I'm saying? People got to get off work and shit. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that wasn't able to come, and there's a lot of people I still get comments all the time. Man, I wasn't able to do it, and your time was early in the morning. I had to work that day.
Yeah.
So now we gave them a month in advance. So when we go now, they got a month to call off work. That's more than enough time. I think this time it's about to be a lot. I mean, we maybe 10, 20 people every spot, maybe more. I don't know.
Maybe more.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be dope, man. So
Is that like a really humbling feeling though?
fuck yeah, you know what I mean?
that's
Like these
gotta
people
be-
showed up. There's people who drove hours away from the city that I said, but I might be in Columbus, but they might have drove Cleveland 2-3 hours away, or from Pittsburgh. They drove their ass up there 2-3 hours just to meet me, and then after they meet me, they drive 3 hours back.
Anybody have dope ass cars?
Nah, none of that really no. Oh no. One dude did. He had a CTSV coupe.
I saw that one. You shot a video of that.
Yep.
right?
He
Yeah,
had that one, and then obviously Will Motivation, who had the go subscribe as well. He had the white Lamborghini Huracan.
Okay.
Let's let my phone kill that shit. But it's now this time I got one of my scars who in Jersey, he got a Mustang GT 350R. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely trying to do that. That's just gonna be raw. You know what I mean?
Dope.
But I don't know, man. And then now this time, but me and my girl, I don't know how much. I don't have it planned out right now, but we're gonna go to Jersey, right? We're not doing nothing along the way to Jersey.
Okay.
But then after we get our dog, we're gonna drive down to I want to say hopefully North Carolina, maybe Charlotte, then South Carolina, stop in like Charleston or somewhere, and then Atlanta, and then I want to go